on the home of the Woody Show.
You know.
Pulse 98.7.
All in or all out.
LA's new alternative.
Woody. People have lost their damn mind. Woody. Lowers the bar for everybody. Woody. Everything sucks. The Woody Show.
And we are into another new hour of insensitivity training for a politically correct world on this Tuesday morning. It is November the 21st, 2023. It's Seabass Acting Normal Day.
How is everybody today?
How are you, Seabass?
Great.
Doing well.
I'm glad to hear that.
Do you happen to have any change for $1?
You know what? I don't have my wallet on me right now.
Okay, yeah.
Can I go get it for you?
All right, that'd be great. I'm Woody, that's Ravy.
Good morning.
There's Greg Gorey.
Hi.
Menace is here.
What is up, Woody?
Here, there's Seabass and his nice
J. Crew
quarter zip. Is that a quarter zip?
Oh, full zip.
Oh, it's full
Full
zip.
zip.
I can't see. There's
It's very Mr.
Oh, yeah, look
Rogers-y,
at
except it's in a dark color.
Very
Yeah.
fancy. I can only wish one day to be as nice as Mr. Rogers.
Right.
Well,
That's true.
That's hashtag goals.
There's Sammy. We got
Morning.
Bort. We got Caroline. Morgan's here. Vaughn's here. Phones are open. 877-44-WOODY. That's 877-44-WOODY. Hit us up with a text over to 22987. So coming up this hour, we'll open up the phones. What are you happy or thankful for?
Yes.
What are you happy about or thankful for? Sometimes it's good to have that perspective. Oh, heard a really cool quote
Love good quotes.
the other day.
Okay.
Lies take the elevator, truth takes the stairs. So in other words, like the lies take off way quicker than the truth does, but the truth eventually gets there.
Okay. I like it.
Okay.
Interesting, right?
Okay.
Lies take the elevator.
And you know where I heard that? On the Milli Vanilli documentary. that I watched.
Where's that?
It's on Paramount Plus. It was actually really interesting. Dude,
Okay.
I felt so bad for those guys. They certainly got railroaded.
They really did.
Big
Yeah.
time. Big time.
Probably,
because
it's
everybody's-
probably pretty depressing.
Everybody's
actually.
doing what they're, now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What they did back then.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? And the producer who came up with the whole thing, he had done this already once before with like a disco group that became really big.
Oh, okay.
I forget the name of it. And it turns out that they weren't singing any of their stuff either, but they were huge in that time. And then he wanted to do it again.
But they were hot, right? So.
They were good-looking guys. They could
Yeah.
dance. They were dancers, really.
Okay.
And then put this whole thing together, and the songs were good.
Yep.
Yeah, I had that album
Yeah,
back
oh.
in the day.
A lot of people did.
Yeah, it was
I
good.
still like those songs. If they come
Not
up
bad.
like on one of those like playlists or a '90s channel or whatever, or '80s, '90s channel,
Yes.
whatever. Yeah, like the songs were good. It's just the people who had the actual talent to sing that way just didn't look that way.
Right.
And it was
Right.
a whole thing. But again, manufactured pop stars and everything that we see today, what's the difference? But these guys, man, they got really railroaded.
And nobody wants to look at an Uggo singing a song,
Right.
Got to be hot.
But, yeah, I guess Fab's
Well,
doing
back
okay
then-
now, which is great. But, I mean, like, the whole story is fascinating. If you have any interest at all, you should watch
I
it.
just put it
Very
on my
great
list.
things about it.
But
But it's a sad story.
it's a really sad story because the one guy,
Rob?
Right.
yeah, he's gone. But, yeah, I thought that was a good quote.
I like it.
Lies take the elevator, truth takes the stairs.
From the Milli
I think they're-
Vanilli.
From the Milli Vanilli
I could be
documentary.
wrong, but I think they're both gone now.
No, Fab's still alive.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, Rob
Okay.
died.
My bad.
In fact, yeah, Fab's all over this documentary. He's
But I thought
doing
it was
his
a
thing
recent thing. But
no, I don't think so.
I'll search that for you, man.
It-
All right, thank you.
Because at the end of it, it just came out, and at the end of it, they did have like a
Yeah.
memoriam thing for
For Rob.
Rob and one of these other guys they featured in the documentary. But
Yeah, Fab is still with us.
Still
yeah,
breathing.
yeah,
He's
and he seems like a really
57.
cool guy. Seems like really chill. Just got caught up in this whole, and you can't blame him either. They were like
Right.
two they guys out there. They were hustling and
Just trying to make some money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Wanted to be entertainers. And, the whole thing. Anyway, I thought that was a really good quote.
Love it.
Well, there's a similar quote our buddy Charlemagne the God says all the time. It says the lie is way more entertaining than the truth.
Yeah, there was a special on HBO a long time ago. We had him in. Remember that show Arliss?
Yeah.
The guy who played Arliss, Robert Wall.
Yeah, I remember when we had him on.
And yeah, he came in and he was doing this thing where he was going around to colleges and everything, and he was talking about the difference between what we know as history and what actually happened.
Oh, okay. He had that history
Like Yankee
show.
Doodle Dandy
Yeah.
and all these other things, and like
Like the true story behind.
yeah, and again, like the lie, the story, the song that came from it was way more interesting than the actual chain of events. It was pretty. I wonder where you can find that now. It was on HBO, but I mean,
I'll look
HBO
it up
doesn't
for
have
you.
everything.
What
Is it on the Max?
Seabass,
Yeah.
thank you.
You're
That's so nice of you to offer that, Seabass.
You are the
Look at this.
fastest typer in the room.
He is.
Seabass,
Yeah, he is. Yes, but I thought that was pretty interesting too.
Forgot about that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, with a few days off, man, I'll be watching all kinds of documentary. Yeah.
Well, that's why I have a list of things to
Oh
check
yeah,
out.
the disco artist back, or the group back in the day, was Bonnie M. Bonneym, Bonnie M. And,
Wait, that's Assume the Position with Mr. Wall.
oh yeah. Assume the position. Yeah.
Is it on the Max?
It was a 2-part HBO, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, it's cool. It was. I mean, it's really interesting. You can probably find it on YouTube at the very least.
Yeah, probably.
I'm imagining. All right, so we have what are you happy about or thankful for? You'll be able to call in with that. It's good to keep some perspective. You got to slow down every once in a while and remind yourself of it's not all bad stuff. There are some good things. I have to do that all the time.
Sure.
And then the Redneck News playoffs. We have that for you today, and it's the private parts edition, the private parts bracket.
All right.
These are weekly winners from earlier in the year, from January, and also back in April. They won their weeks, and only one of these can move on into the semifinal round. Your vote will determine who that is. And private part bracket number 1 is from Clearwater, Florida. Got a 57-year-old hottie named Carmela Ann Maines, who was picked up by the cops after she failed to show up to court to face some shoplifting charges. Man, that's how long ago this was. That's when they still arrested people for shoplifting.
Right, when it wasn't legal.
Yeah. She's got a pretty long rap sheet with priors for fraud, battery, can't speak, disorderly conduct, and for failing to show up to court, of course. Anyway, they got her down to the police station. As they were processing her, they noticed something was going on in her genital area. Upon further review, aka strip search, they could see that there was something sticking out of her vagina. And when they asked her about it, she, pardon the pun, snatched it out of her body, threw it on the floor, and then stepped on it, trying to destroy it.
That ought to work.
This obviously led to some more questioning, and that's when she tried to explain that it was just a sex toy that she was storing up there.
Yeah, what's the big deal?
That's where I keep it.
That's where you keep it, right, ladies?
Yeah, all day, every day.
It turns out, though, that it wasn't a sex toy. It was a crack pipe. Yeah.
She's a liar.
So she was hit with a number of charges, including tampering with evidence.
I hope she gets the help she needs.
Very nice of you to say that.
You're welcome.
All right, nominee number 2 from the private parts bracket. This is again back in April. From where else? Florida. That's the cops who got a call from people at a Speedway convenience store about a naked guy who was yelling at some chick on the side of the road. This is on a Sunday morning, by the way, so you know, maybe they're on their way to church.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Who
maybe.
knows?
Yeah.
So the officers, they arrived on the scene. They immediately recognized the guy in question. Sure enough, he was naked. It was their old buddy, Jason Roach, who they have had numerous interactions with in the past. In fact, they had dealt with him on 2 separate occasions the previous day alone. He had been questioned about masturbation incidents at an Arby's and at a Wawa convenience store. In both instances, they questioned him and sent him on his way. But this time,
Great.
according to the Polish report, a witness said that they had seen Jason near the Speedway store, quote, naked and touching himself in the motion of masturbating. And for his part, Jason explained that he was, quote, having issues with his rectum, and in order to get rid of the pain, he had to ejaculate.
Well, we don't know.
All right. It's medical.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you know, that's how you get that to go away. You relieve it through ejaculation. Interesting. Unfortunately for him, and in order to get rid of that pain, I mean, you know, he did what he had to do, but that got him arrested. And so he had to go to cart.
You all right?
Can I get you some water?
Yeah.
No, thank you.
A Red Bull, maybe.
Yeah, so now he's also doing court on the previous charges for petty theft, violating a protective order, burglary, grand theft, and filing false documents, resisting arrest, all that stuff. So
Well, I hope he gets the help he
Okay.
needs.
he's a very busy boy, very busy
Yeah.
boy.
I like
That's,
how even if his medical condition was real, you have to ejaculate in front of people,
Yeah.
Right,
You do that at the Wawa.
out on the street.
Yeah. Why not?
Part of the deal, Greg.
You're gonna knock that out right here at the Wawa. All right, so you're gonna text the number 1 for that hottie, Carmela Ann Maines, who got arrested for skipping out on a court date and then in more trouble for that crack pipe that she had hanging out of her vagina. You're going to text 1 over to 22987 for that one. Or you're going to text the number 2 for the guy in Florida who told the cops that he was having issues with his anus after getting busted masturbating at an Arby's, a Wawa, and a Speedway convenience store, all within a 24-hour period.
Wow.
So text 2 over to 22987 to vote for that one. Only one of these will move on into the semifinal round. Your vote will determine who that is. And while you're doing that, we're going to take a break. And if you got something you want to share with us, we're asking you the question. We want you to call in to 877-44-WOODY. And tell us, what are you happy about or thankful for? Yes, Ray.
Well, I am happy and thankful that it is Seabass Acting Normal Day.
Sure.
Thank you.
So I wanted to ask a favor of you, Seabass,
Yes. anytime.
because we are coming up on the show today, taste testing green bean casserole.
Right.
And Woody suggested we probably shouldn't leave it out. So it's in the fridge right now. So
That's what I said. I said, hey, do you want to put that in the fridge?
And I
She goes,
said no initially.
No, she said, no.
Yeah.
And on further consultation, put it in the fridge. And so would you mind putting the illegal oven on a warming setting so we could just put that in the oven and just leave it warming
I'll be more than happy to do
until
that.
it's time to taste it?
When I was walking over by the illegal oven this morning, and I noticed that the office, our office here, had some sort of big Thanksgiving
A soiree, yes.
Yeah.
Right.
And sadly, nobody apparently was in charge of cleaning up because there are full trays
Oh,
of
jeez.
mashed potatoes,
Oh,
cranberry
gross.
sauce.
Are you serious?
That
Pies.
so tracks.
No way.
And I don't want to blame anybody because that's not what this is
Sure,
about.
sure,
in
sure.
this time of year. But they could have used some refrigeration, and we have a giant refrigerator back
Right,
there.
Right.
Yeah, right in front of it.
But
There are multiple refrigerators around the
There
office.
has to be $250 worth of perfectly good food
Wow.
that sadly was left out.
Wait.
We're not here to point fingers, of course. But I really would have wished that somebody had just taken a few moments to put those back in the fridge. Because there is the danger zone between 40 degrees and 140 degrees, which room temperature obviously falls in,
See, Rave?
where bacteria does grow.
You're right. I apologize.
She
for
was snapping.
my-
Was she not, Greg? You
my
were sitting right here.
For my snapping.
Yeah.
Her usual baseline when you
Yeah.
Yeah, she was
asked her about anything.
Well, I
blaming
saw the green beans sitting there, and I said, "Hey, Rev, you want to put those in the fridge for
Yeah.
for later?" No.
No.
Why?
No.
She goes,
They're
"No.
fine.
Why? They're cooked."
Yeah.
I go, "Yeah, but they're they're gonna be
They're
sitting
just
out
sitting
for
out.
Yeah.
a little bit here."
It's
and,
a typical response.
yeah, and she goes, "No, it's fine."
A quick other question again.
All right. Then she consulted with quote Gina, whoever the hell that is.
Yeah.
You know superfan Gina.
Do we?
She's
Yes.
a food expert,
Yeah,
apparently.
no, I
Met
know.
her many times.
I know who Gina is. This is just me being snarky because she apparently outranks me as far as
Food consultation.
Yeah.
food consultation.
Can I ask when and how were those green beans prepared? Again, not to be blaming here.
I put them in the oven this morning.
Okay, all right. So they
At-
were perfect fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. Which I don't doubt that. I'm just saying, like, rather than have them sit there, just put them in the fridge. And then that's why we have the illegal office oven.
So I figure if we put it on a warming temperature, that'd
Right.
be
Yes.
nice and warm and
Yes.
perfect
Agreed.
for the taste
Yep.
test.
All right.
Excited.
Thank you, Seabass.
No
So-
problem at all.
Seabass is being all nice and helpful. Ravi, on the other hand, being her typical snappy self.
Yeah.
You know, it's early in the morning, guys. Let's not blame.
All right, we're going to take a break. And then we'll go to the phones. If you want to call in, share with us. What are you happy or thankful for today? 877-44-WOODY. I know some of you are probably looking at your radio going, are they serious?
We are
Oh.
serious.
Yeah, but no, like legitimately, 'tis the season, and it really is important every once in a while to stop and slow down and actually say something nice or have acknowledge something good or something that you're thankful for.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so legit, all joking aside, for like, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes.
Okay.
And then we'll take your calls. What are you happy or thankful for? 877-44-WOODY. Hit us up with the text over to 22987. We'll be right back.
Time for a smoke break. Not cigarettes, we're smoking hams. It's a side hustle. The Woody Show returns in a second. All day.